Hey everyone, this is Side. Hope you are doing well. So let's start with the questions. So the question is Champagne Tower. So we stack glasses in a pyramid, and where the first row has one glass, then the second row has two glass, and so until the 100th row. Okay. So as you can see, in the first row I have one graph, in the second row I have two. Similarly, in third I have three. So till 100 I have 100 graphs, 100 glasses. Okay. So what you need to do? Okay, and then some champagne is pour into the first glass at the top. Okay, when the topmost glass is full, so whenever your topmost glass is full, it will divide it into two half. Similarly, when this glass is full, it will divide it into two half, and you have to basically you will given some, like in this case you can see, for example, after the 1 cup of champagne is poured, the topmost glass is full. So after the 2 cups of champagne poured, then again the two glass on the second row is full. Okay, now after pouring some non-negative integer cup of champagne, you have to return how full the jth glass in the ith row. Okay. So what question is asking? Let's say I will give you some uh, non-negative integer cups of champagne which you will insert in this pattern. I will I need to check in which, like I will give you the position of this glass, and you need to give me how much uh, is this, how much glass is this fill, how much quantity is this fill. Okay, so let's see with an example. Okay, so let's take this example. Okay, and in the question it's also mentioned like one glass will consume basically one pure. Okay, so you can't, like if it is given like two pure to you, so you will only fill one to this one glass. Okay, so let's take Okay, so we have given this one period, so we will take one glass, okay, and we'll fill this, okay. So when we fill this, like one glass will take one quantity. So when one quantity is taken, it will be divided into two half, okay, like with the same speed. So it will go to this, it will go to this, okay. Now the total power that is given to us is only one, okay. So this one will be consumed by this glass. Now you can't give anything to the rest of the glasses, so that means all other glasses have zero fill in it, and this glass has one fill it. Now the question asking the position for one row and glass is one. So it, like in the question it mentioned the ordering is in the format of zeroth index. So this will be your zeroth row, this will be your first row, okay. Similarly, this is your first zeroth column, this is your first row, first column. So for this case, as you can see, we have only 0 as filled. So that's why we are getting as output as 0. Okay, let's take this. Okay, let's fill 2. Okay, so we will fill 2 here. Okay, so 2 we will fill it. So one glass can at a max can take only one. Okay, so that means we have rest as one. So we will divide this rest into two parts. Okay, so first half will go here and second half will go here. So 0.5 will come here, 0.5 will come here. Similarly, if you again ask me, like it will go down for this case also, for this case also. So but the maximum glass can take only one, so and it is less than one, so only 0.5 will be filled and the rest of glass has only empty. Okay, now the question asking for the position of 1 and 1. So as you can see, for 1 and 1 we have 0.5, so that's why we are getting output as 0.5. Okay, I hope you got the question. So let's see how we can approach this question. Okay, so let's take another example to approach this question. As you already know, like one glass will consume only one period. Okay, now what we will do, let's take an example of 5 as a period, and let's calculate for any location. So what we will do, we will start from here. So this is our first class. Okay, we will fill 5 at here, so we will fill 5 here, and one glass can consume only one as a, so it will only consume one. Okay, so one is consumed here, so it will having one, and after that it will divide into two half. So it will come here, Okay, so it will divide into two half, and first graph will consume 1 as a period. So out of 1 we have rest 4, and 4 will be divided into two half. So 2 will go here, 2 will go here, and so the one glass will again take the one its pure, and it will divide into two half. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1, and point five will be divided to two glass. So this will be 1, and similarly this will be 1, and similarly this will also consume 1, and it will also divide into two half. So zero point 0.5 will come to this glass, and zero point 0.5 will come to another glass. Okay, and if we divide more further, like all rest of glass having zeroth. Okay, so let's calculate for this. So this is having 0.5, this is also having 0.5, but as you can see, this glass having 0.5 from here and zero point 0.5 from here, so which make a one full glass. Okay, so if I give, so let's write down the location also: 0 1 2 0. Okay, so every glass is, so if I want to calculate the location for this, I will give you the location for this glass and the row also. So you have to give the output as 1. Okay, similarly if I ask you for this location, so for this you have to give the output as 2. Okay, so if you can see, like the value at here, this will be 1, this will be 1, this will be 1. Okay, now this is having 0.5, this is having 1, and this is having 1. Okay, if the value are bigger, it will make some sort of a Pascal triangle. If you see, like as a Pascal triangle, if you know, you will start from here 1 1 1. Like again you will write down this 1, and then these two doing the sum together, this will become 2, and this will be 1. Now we'll again do, okay, so these two will do the sum, this will be 3, and then these two will do the sum 1, and the rest is 1. Okay, it will be like this. Again we'll do, so this will be 1, these two will do the sum, again these two will do the sum, these two will do the sum. Okay, so as you can see, this making a pattern as a sort of a Pascal triangle. Okay, so let's see how we can relate this question to a Pascal triangle. Okay, so we have created this Pascal triangle, and as you already know, like 2 come from 1 plus 1. Similarly, this 3 come plus 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3. This is 4 comes from 1 plus 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 3 plus. Okay, so let's arrange them in a 2D array. Okay, so what we will do, we will write it down like 1. Then we have, let's write down 1, 1. We have 1, 2, 1. Okay, now we have 1, 3, 3, 1. Now we have 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay, let's give the indexes also. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you want to calculate the index for like how this will be calculated, so what you are doing is, let's give this array as a name as dp. So you are doing the sum for the upper column and the diagonal column. Okay, if I want to check for this, how you are getting it, you will do the sum for this and you will do the sum for this. Let's take for this also, you're doing the same procedure, 1 plus 3. Okay, so let's say if I call this index as dp of I and j, how you are doing the sum is basically dp. So you are decreasing your row by 1, so this will be I minus 1, and your column is remains same, so column is this, and again you are decreasing your row, but your column is also decreasing. Okay, So why I calculate this? Because this will help us to calculate the value for our, basically it's similar to our question also. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's take again the previous example, and as we do for the Pascal triangle, we arrange the same for our this champagne triangle also. So what we will do, we will arrange this first at here, so this will be here, and this is having a value of 5. Okay, and then we will arrange these two. Okay, so we will arrange this, so this will be 2 and this will also having 2. Okay, then what we are doing is we will divide it, so this will having 3. Okay, so this is having 0.5, this is having 1, and this is having, basically you can say, a 0.5. Okay, so if I am at here and I need to calculate for these two, how can I calculate? I will just do like one will contain this champagne and rest I will divide into two parts. Okay, so if I do in the indexes term 0, 1, 2. Okay, so what I will do, I will first calculate the rest, how much is left after this champagne, after this glass. Okay, so I will do 5 minus 1, which will be equal to 4. Okay, the maximum weight of, like maximum liter or a champagne can consume is 1. Okay, as you already know. So now we have 4. Okay, so what I will do, I will divide 4 into 2 half, which is 2, and which is 2. So I will give to this index, and similarly I will give to this index. Okay, so how, and let's calculate for this also. So what we will do, we first we calculate the rest. So rest will be 2 minus 1, like 1 will be consumed by this champagne glass, then we'll do 1, and we'll divide this 1 into these two half, one this half and one this half, so they both having 0.5, 0.5. So if I need to calculate in term of index, so let's call this as a dp array. So this will be dp of I need to calculate for this index, so I will do, how can I calculate for this? So I will do dp of I plus 1, and my column will remain same. Okay, I will do dp of I divided by 2. Simple. Okay, no, not dp of I, because I need to subtract also. So I will do rest divided by 2. Similarly, I will calculate dp of I plus 1 and j plus 1 equal to rest divided by 2. Okay, and I will fill my all array. So if you can see this, for this I am getting 0.5. Now when I calculate for this, again 2, I will calculate rest is 1, and 1 will divide into 2 half, so 0.5 and 0.5. So 0.5 plus 0.5 will give me 1. So that's why this is having 1. And what we will do, so this, for this case again we will calculate the dp of value. So what I am going to do for this question is create a dp 2D array. Okay, so 2D array having a row length as, basically same row length, row plus 1 for the 0th index. And what we will do, like for every column we are going to last of that value. Okay, basically if I need to give the column length and I am at here, what I'm doing it, I'm doing it value 1 plus. Okay, so that's why column will have column plus 2, because for the row we are just calculating the next, I'm at here, I'm standing at here, I'm calculating the next row. Okay, so that's why I'm taking row plus 1. But for the column, as you can see, we are going to the maximum value of column and then we are doing plus 1. So for the 0th index, that's why we are doing column plus 2. Okay, it will be more clear if we write the code. Okay, so what we need a double, basically a 2D array, which will, we will take a double array, double type of, so dp equal to new double, and we will do query row, basically query row plus 1. Row plus 1 is basically for the 0th index, because we need to go to the second index. Like if it is 1, we need to make a array till the 1 index, so that's why I'm taking 1 plus for the 0th index. And similarly for the glass, So query glass, like we can do glass plus one, but as you already see, we are going one more in this direction also, so that's why we are doing plus one and making it as a plus two. Okay, so this will be plus two. Okay, so we will give the initial value dp of 0 0 equal to hold this for. Okay, now we'll start our loop. So for int I, or let's give a generic name, row equal to 0. It will go to all the rows, uh, row row plus plus. Okay, row plus plus. For int column equal to 0, column is equal to query class. Why I'm doing greater equal to, because in the row case I am calculating the next, but for the column I am calculating the next also, but also in the right direction. Like in the glass I have to calculate two versions, but in the row it's only one. Okay, column plus plus. What we need to calculate first, we need to calculate the rest, how much rest is left. So rest equal to dp of row column minus 1. Okay, now let's say it is having the value less than 1. Okay, so it will be giving you a minus value if it is less than 1. Okay, so and in the glass we don't need to fill the negative value, so we will take a maximum variable also. So math dot max, like the maximum value, the minimum value graph should have 0. Okay, so glass can't be less than 0. Okay, after this what we will do, we will calculate the next row, row plus 1, and we'll give the same column. And how we will do, we will do rest divide by 2. Similarly we will do dp of row plus 1 and we will calculate the column plus 1. So for column plus 1, that's why we take dp as query glass plus 2. Okay, so we'll do rest divide by 2. Okay, now this make our whole dp. Now what we need to return, okay, so we need to return the current position, dp of row, not, it will be like query row and query glass. Now there might be a situation like at your current location the value is greater than 1, but the maximum weight a champagne or a glass can contain is only 1. Okay, so what we will do, math dot min dp, like whichever is minimum, give me that value. Okay, so let's run the code, hope it will run. There is some mistake, like the dp arrays of double, so we'll do double, and let's do the typecasting here also 2.0, divide in a double format. Let's run the code. Okay, so we are getting a wrong answer. That means we have done something mistake. Okay, so the mistake is basically, if you can see at here, what it becoming like 0.5 is coming from this side. Okay, now and 0.5 is also coming from this side, so we need to add, like if this glass contain 0.5, we need to add this 0.5 also. So at here what we need to do, we need to do plus equal to, similarly at this position also. So let's run the code. So this is accepted, let's submit it. So as you can see, our code is submitted. The time complexity for this is n square, because we are doing for, it's basically n square as query row into query glass, and the space is also query row into query glass. Hope you like it. Thank you for watching my video.